Okay, what is up guys? So today I'm going to be doing a video that is linked to skateboarding or any other sport like that. So, I mean, if you read the title, then it could be related to scootering or BMXing, but this is made for skateboarders. Well, I mean, it's made for me because I've done this before. But anyway, with that all being said, I'm going to show you how to make your wax even slippier. Or slide better. Okay, so the first thing you'll want is obviously some wax. The cat is optional. Second thing, you'll need a small glass bowl. I'm just going to pop that in there. Second thing, third thing, I can't count. You'll need a saucepan and you will need something to separate the two, so I've just got a sieve, which Midnight doesn't like. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fill this saucepan up with boiling water. If you don't have a kettle, you can leave the saucepan on the hob and leave that to boil like that, but I'm going to boil the water prior to putting it into the pan. By the way, this is just some wax that I found at the skate park randomly, so I don't know whose it is, and no one claimed it when I put it in my bag, so hashtag thief. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, because the camera is literally that far away, I'm going to move the camera away so it doesn't get damaged. So now I've got our water boiled, we just put it into the pan, leave it on a low heat. Just to start with, I mean, you don't need much in there. It's not like you're going to be cooking pasta or anything. Then what you do is just turn on the stove. And you leave that to boil even more. Now look, we even have enough water left for a cup of tea. Okay, so now the water's boiling and I have a cup of tea, might I add. It's now time to put the wax in the glass into there. Now, to stop you from getting burned by the steam, I would suggest using something to put the wax in there. I mean, me personally, I'm going to be using some sausage tongs just to put that in there. I'm just going to wait for that to melt. Now, don't be scared to turn the heat up. More heat is good because the wax will melt faster. Then you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy your cup of tea. I would suggest, personally, sorry I'm walking away from the camera so you can't hear me as well. I would suggest using a knife just to move it around a bit. I mean, you can see that that's spinning, so that is melting quite quickly actually. That's a good thing. See the wax? There is wax on it, I promise. Okay, so I have no joke been here waiting for this wax to melt for about 25 minutes. And that's quite a long time, but I mean it works. Okay, it's a very long time, but I mean my cat's fallen asleep even. Surprised I haven't. Okay, so it's nearly done, you guys. Very nearly. You know what, we've been waiting here for so long that literally all of the water has evaporated. Just blasting this sucker now. I want to say sucker, not f***er. So YouTube, don't be mad at me, please. Please, I don't care. Okay, so now it's pretty much melted, so I'm going to turn that off. And what I'm going to do now is add a little bit of oil into it. Just pour a little bit in. You don't want it to be more oil than wax. A couple drops. There we go. Now this should make it slide easier. Just mix it around with whatever you have. Now what we're going to do is we're going to wait for it to sit. We are going to put it on here. We're going to wait for it to sit for, I don't know how long it should sit for. I've not done this for a long time, but I'm going to let it sit until that thing cools down. And then, do like you do with chocolate or whatever, just put it in the fridge. Okay, so now that's cooled, we can put that in the fridge and leave it overnight and see how it works tomorrow. Let's try it. I mean, it's cold enough to touch. That's really hot. Okay, so now that's dry. What the f***? Okay. Okay, so